Hello, good evening or good day to you all. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you celebrate that, or a good weekend looking forward if you're having the weekend off, or a good Friday if you're just having a normal old day. Hopefully, not too much shopping on this very, consumerist day with that whole Black Friday thing. Today, I've got something a little different. A little stroll through New York City. Went on a day trip with my family, and I decided to make the most of it. Went on a little walk with my sister, and went on a few stops, a few places. It all culminates here in painting in Central Park. And I think that for this video, I'm gonna sit back on the commentary for a few minutes, let you enjoy the sounds of New York, and I'll check back in once it's painting time. Enjoy.
Saving.
Oh.
It does this sometimes. I took too many photos.
Oh. I'm sure one of them.
You want to get closer?
The other side, yeah. Maybe.
This one's crazy.
Wow.
The praying mantis is amazing.
No, she wants a mink one.
Whoa.
That's all.
Are they all like this?
Yeah, she wanted one.
I know, look at the roster in red ones so I can add a race.
She did me those girls.
Why am I missing ID? That one's shocking. So I didn't know they were branded as purple. Oh, I guess they are. This is pretty cool. Colors are though.
So, right over there. Those, maybe. Well, oh. These benches are good angle for the plaza side. You gotta sit real quick. Okay, sorry. Nice to sit for a second.
And here we are at our painting spot. This is a little, well, I don't know if it's little, sitting on a pretty big rock here, overlooking the southeast entrance of Central Park, with a great view of both these autumn trees, nice colors, all sorts of yellows, greens, reds, oranges, and the skyscrapers, the towering city in the background. I think with any of these kind of landscape paintings, I like to start with a thumbnail or a sketch of some sort, so I kind of have an idea of the composition that I'm going to be going into, especially when doing a pure watercolor kind of landscape. It's hard to remove watercolor, so it's good to know a little bit beforehand what the general idea is for where things are gonna go. I guess that means like a horizon line and main focal point. In this case, I've got a bit of a horizon line with the end of this little lake, and the kind of cross section of land and skyscraper, where there's going to be a lot of color for these beautiful trees. And I think in this shot, the big tower with staircase, hold on, I'm gonna look this up. What's it called? The Vessel. No. Is it Vessel? No, that's staircase building. Alright, sorry for the bit of gap, but my focal point is 111 West 57th Street, also known as Steinway Tower, and it is 1,428 foot tall, 84 stories. That's an incredibly tall building. I wonder how long it takes to actually ride the elevator to the top. I feel like that's a bit of a journey. I feel like that's the biggest issue with the building like that, right? You gotta wait on an elevator. There's no way you're gonna take 1,400 feet of stairs to get to the office. Although, I do think this is a residential building. I've got the Wikipedia page open here, and it says it's 60 luxury condominiums. And this tower is the 4th tallest building in the United States, as well as the thinnest skyscraper in the world, with the width to height ratio of about 1 to 24. That's incredible. I did not know that when I was painting this painting, but I think it gives a little bit of extra context to what I'm feeling here, because in this landscape, in this view, that building really stands out. At least from this angle, it's got the little kind of step thing going on, and that's really unusual, I feel like, for any kind of landscape to see a random staircase that's 1,400 feet in the sky, way taller than the pyramids. You know, how tall? I've got the data. Tallest pyramid in Giza is 137 meters, or 449 foot tall. So we have a little over 3 times. Is that right? A little over 3 times the height of that tallest pyramid, just straight up in the sky, made out of glass and metal. Meanwhile, I'm just surrounded by nature, people, an odd squirrel. My sister too. Can't forget the company. This is not a solo trip here. Appreciate you, Donna. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. It was a real good one. Yeah, I hope y'all are enjoying the hand POV, the GoPro view. I think this is something that I'm not sure if I will implement again soon. I must admit that this is not a comfortable way to paint or probably do anything, as the hand that I'm using to paint is also strapped by the wrist by like a maybe a half-pound object that I have to be mindful of its angle to be able to have a shot for my video. I think I have a hard time actually being able to show the painting and the landscape at the same time, and I apologize that I don't have a permanent kind of standing tripod here. I think that would be the solution to get it, so there would be at least one consistent view to track how the painting is going, instead of got the occasional glimpse of before I put the brush down, I feel like, because my hand's obscuring so much. So yeah, I feel like I must apologize a little bit on the amateur camera work here, but I really enjoyed this experience. I'm hoping to do something like it soon. I do have to rethink sort of my filming setup for something like this. I brought 2 things in my bag, the wrist camera mount and a clip-on camera mount. My imagination was that we would find a bench in Central Park. I would clip the camera to the bench, and then it would be sort of like an over-the-shoulder view. The issue was that a lot of the benches are taken in Central Park, and they don't have as good of view of what at least what I wanted, until I got up here to these rocks where there are no benches. I just have to sit on a rock, and there's nothing to clip the camera onto. So I decided to use my wrist strap. I do think that there's I could try like a chest mount next time as well, so maybe look out for that. I'll be trying something different. I feel like I'm learning with every single video that I'm editing, producing, releasing, all the things. So bear with me as I improve in this process. This is a good view now, though. You can see it's coming along quite well. I've got a basic vision for the colors where the foreground is warm and it falls into this brown right at the very front of it. Just thinking of the path and where I'm sitting, but the center of the composition is a lot of reds and yellows for my trees, and background is in cool tones, all this blues, because I'm simplifying the skyscrapers into kind of a what's the word for it? Like, I don't want to say menacing, because it's not that it's, there's no, I feel like there's no aggression to it. It's just, there's a monumental sort of structure behind these other, I mean, trees I would also consider to be a natural monumental sort of structure. They're significantly larger than any human, and when you think about how much water content a tree has and how much they weigh when they're growing, is just incredible. Yeah, I didn't realize that there would be a nature appreciation in Central Park, but I do think that, at least for the New York experience, that is what Central Park is for, is that breakaway from the hustle and bustle and the breakaway from the city. I must say that coming in on Thanksgiving week is definitely a busy time. A lot of the streets are crowded, and a lot of the places are preparing right now, I think, for Christmas and the holidays, or see trees and ornaments being hung up, and a lot of different displays and things that are attracting a lot of people. And I think of Saks Fifth blasting Christmas music outside of their main store. But here you do get a bit of, dare I say it, a bit of peace in the middle of the city. This whole process, I wasn't bothered by anybody, by anything. It was just introspective and just in the moment kind of a painting experience. Very happy to have had this opportunity. Dare I say thankful? I'm kidding. you know what day it was, Yeah, my family definitely doesn't do that whole thing where you gotta go around the table and say what you're thankful for. I think we'd have a riot at the dinner table if it came to that. Nonetheless, putting in some what I would say some finishing touches to the painting here. I did have this video on 100% speed, no speed ups, because with the GoPro cam it is a bit too shaky. I think I got a bit of motion sickness trying to speed it up, so doing it totally totally raw this time. And let me know if you enjoy the kind of vibe that this video has. It's a little different than my previous, I think I spent a little bit more time when I've got my own personal desk setup, and this is the painting. This is probably partly the uncomfortableness of the seat making me end this so early, but also just the time constraints of being in New York. We were only in the city for about 5 hours total, and drove in, drove out. I think we spent more time traveling than we did actually in the city, but still, we definitely made the most out of the experience. I mean, look, we're making a painting. I can say that I went to New York just to create this. It wasn't just to create this, but yeah, I could say that I'm sure people would believe me. Oh. I think I think this is probably one of my chillest works, since it's got a speed to it that made me work in a much broader kind of stroke and broader shapes of color, and it all assembled into something that might be a little bit washed out, but at the same time I feel conveys sort of the peace that I feel being here after such a intense walk and experience. Here's a little close-up I've got of the the painting now that I'm back home. Of course, gotta cut it out of the little paint pad. Love this little paint pad. Yeah. One last special piece of video. After painting in Central Park, me and my sis, we definitely had to make a pit stop at the Museum of Modern Art, the MoMA. We had only 1 hour to spend here, but we definitely expedited the process to try to see as many of the great classics as we can. I got a couple of fun little videos here of Water Lilies by Claude Monet and The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I got a new video every Friday. Subscribe if you want to see more. Like if you like it. Peace.